Alright, this is a daily chart of BBRY. In this video, I'm going to be explaining a lot of important points about BBRY. I've made a lot of updates, but what's really special about this video is I want to show the difference between a plan and a plan with confirmation. Now, a plan with confirmation is my style, and a plan without confirmation is somebody else's style. And I want to show you what happened between the two plans as an illustration. So let's go first to my last BlackBerry update. So here it is. It was on October the 8th. Let's click on this chart. Okay, and you see all the likes and everything. We click on, and let's see what I said here. I said BBRY has closed 5 days in a row below 964, which is bearish, right? This was made on October the 8th, right? I've had other updates, but the stock kept on failing, right? But on my last one, as you could see, is a new breakout point for BlackBerry is 1025 now on some strong volume, like I've explained in my many updates. Guessing does not pay. Wait for confirmation. Now, notice the price was at 922 when I said this, right? Yeah. So I'm talking about paying higher. Now, people are thinking, well, why? Why would you want to pay higher for, right? Well, let's take a look at the charts and see what happens. So this is October the 8th, okay? So on October the 8th, the stock closed at 922, but went lower, right? I mean, not many people expected maybe this would go lower, but it went lower. But now I want to show a great example. So according to my system, BlackBerry has not been able to trigger to the upside, right? That was just my last update, and I've made a lot of updates, and I've caught a lot of great moves in BlackBerry. But let's take a look at a great example, Surrey Notes. And I want to also explain between followers and ideas and explain the difference to people. They may not be aware of this. But let's take a look at Surrey Notes. Okay, the people who don't confirm trades, they just spit out numbers, and this is a lot of pros that do that. That's why a lot of people lose money. But let me show you. Let me prove this to you. So let's click on this chart here. Okay, now this chart was made on September the 26th. I'm going to click on his chart, and I'm going to explain it. EL means entry level. That means you enter at 980. There's no confirmation. These are the explanation. And then he has his targets. Target 1, where it can go. Fine. These targets are fine, right? But I want to prove something to everybody. They entered long at 980, and the stop was 870 on September the 26th, right? This is when this was posted, and just he's posting his, you see your MACDs and all that baloney. He's posting his special chart patterns that he does, right? And Surrey Notes, let's go back to here. Surrey Notes has 18 plus years full-time experience. Well, we'll go back to his thing. Let's go to the charts now. So you saw what he said, right? On the 26th was the earning day. So in theory, they bought into the earnings day at 960 with the plans that they're going to hold this stock until as a stop at 860. 870, right? Let's see what the lowest. Anyways, okay. So that's what they said, right? So they got in. So he looked okay, right? The next day, the stock even closed at 1023, right? So they're still up, right? 994. This day, they're in a loss now, right? And as you can see here, we had a low of 879, and then also a low of 865. Now, let's go to. No, that's my chart. So let's go to Surrey Notes. Let's click on his charts again. Stop 870. They are already stopped out, and the stock has bounced, yet they have lost a full point, over a full point, $1.10. My system, we have lost $0. In other words, we haven't got in here because it hasn't confirmed, right? The last time I entered the stock, and you can look for. I've made instructions. It was on the this was the earnings day, and I got in on the reversal at 970, and I caught actually I did 100% gains in options. And I want to make a point here about the importance of timing and what I do, and the difference of my system, and why I need confirmation. Without confirmation, you'll never catch 100% to 200% gains in options. And what does that mean? What does 100% gain mean in an option? Well, believe it or not, when BlackBerry moved from, if if you bought the right call, by the way. When BlackBerry moved from that entry point, 970, went to $11, and we did it so quickly, the right options actually doubled. That means if, let's say, the BlackBerry option, the 10 calls were worth on entry were worth actually, this is what they were. They were worth $1 each. Okay, so if you bought 10 of them, that's $1,000. Your $1,000, because BlackBerry went to 11 so quickly, it depends, especially if you bought at least a 1 month ahead, they doubled. So 1,000 turned to 2,000, for example, and there you have 100% gain. Now, people who own the shares didn't make that money. But in order to do that, you need confirmation. You need a strategy like mine. There's just no way you're catching, because you can't, with options, you can't afford to be wrong. You can't afford the stock to go against you too much, too quick. You gotta get in that the stock's going to move higher. And so on the BlackBerry board, I got a lot of great followers, and I made some nice profits in BlackBerry. I've also warned the BlackBerry longs a long time ago. A lot of people thought in the year 2013 that BlackBerry had bottomed at 14. But since then, as a long-term investor in BlackBerry, whoever was a long-term investor in BlackBerry, they're still in the red, because a lot of the longs are still trapped up over there holding through all this. And look at the drop it had from 14. No one thought it would go to 5. This is why confirmation avoids all this. And that's why you have to have stop plans, because you know what? You end up losing money. Most people lose money in the market because they don't have good plans. And on top of without good plans and getting out when they're supposed to, they don't have any confirmation. I mean, I honestly just demonstrated that even a guy with 18 years experience, I can show that just entering because a pattern says so is not enough. I do not just talk about, and this is not my screen, one of the screens I look at. I don't just talk about, I see a stock that has a bullish pattern. Do I think BlackBerry can go higher? Sure. But if it can confirm. If it doesn't confirm, I'm not going to guess. Guessing doesn't pay. And I'll tell you something. Guessing has cost people a lot of money in the stock, BlackBerry. Okay? Guessing doesn't work. The best traders in the world know this. Right? But they're not going to tell you like I'm telling you. That's why I use confirmation, and it works. I don't just buy. Buying the dips doesn't work either. It only works on the right type of stocks in the right environment. But buying the dips is guessing. Guessing that it'll hold support. Support can be broken, right? When something triggers with volume from a pattern, the odds are in your favor. Even that might not work, but when you trade that way, the odds are more in your favor. And look at this guy's plan. I mean, it hasn't worked already. My plan, because it couldn't confirm the trigger point, nothing. We didn't lose anything. Instead, I have money in other stocks, like something like, I'll give you an example, and you can find that on my stream, TAP. I sent a chart to my followers. This move here, like I got in around 72 area, 71.5 area, and because the stock had a strong drop, see this low to 66, there was 100% gain in options. I actually took profits on this day here on some of my options. And then I got rid of most of them. And I'm not going to talk about what my other strategies that I've done, but I made 100%. While most people have made no money in BlackBerry, I made 100% on this drop because of the negativity of the market, the pattern in TAP. So we'll go back to BBRY. Because I use a strategy, and I want to show you this, right? I mean, Power Trick or Trade sent this to his followers. Let's go to the TAP here. See this? You can take a look for yourself. But if we click on it, I want to show this. On October the 10th, I put it could break up or lower. I had a plan, right? I had said it needed to break above 72. This didn't, and it did that. And what did it do, guys? Let's take a look what happened once it broke 72. This is to show you the plan, and that's why I do it. It's more than just that, but I gave a plan, and I actually told people how this was going to be easy, and the market came along with it. And so while I haven't bothered getting into BlackBerry, I'm making money in stocks that want to confirm. If you want to learn and you're tired of just suffering and waiting around to make money, you want great advice, follow me for more great advice, and find out how to become a special follower. I have videos that explain how to do that. Thanks for listening. Like the video.